Dear Ultranauts, it's with a heavy heart that we inform you that the City of Miami has issued an official directive requiring that the 22nd edition of Ultra Music Festival, originally scheduled for March 20th, 21st, and 22nd, 2020, will be postponed to March 26th, 27th, and 28th, 2021. Due to Florida Governor's declaration of a public health emergency and the CDC's and prevention interim guidance for COVID-19, it is impossible for the city to provide access to Bayfront Park at this time. We completely understand how extremely frustrating this is because so many of you are looking forward to coming to Ultra, having already made travel arrangements. This is, however, an unprecedented issue which is not being taken lightly, and we must continue to defer to the authorities for guidance. Ultimately, there is no higher priority for all of us than health, safety, and physical well-being of each of you, together with everyone else involved in the production of the event. We sincerely thank you for your continued loyalty and patience during this difficult time. All ticket purchasers will be contacted by email on Monday regarding next steps. Team Ultra. Hi guys, so today's video is a little different than what I typically do on my channel. This is one of the hardest videos I'm gonna have to record. I didn't think I'd be upset, but until I just started reading that, this is just a really tough day and I'm really sad for a lot of people involved. But basically what I'm talking about in today's video is Ultra being canceled / postponed until 2021. If any of you are new here and this is the first video you're watching from my channel, my name is Emma. I'm a digital content creator in the EDM and music festival community. And usually my channel is way more positive. I travel to music festivals, I do vlogs, I have all sorts of content for ravers and, you know, festival outfits, makeup, all that fun stuff. This year I was planning to attend Ultra Music Festival for the second time. I went back in 2017. Had an absolute blast. It was a really great time and decided to make the return this year with a group of friends. With coronavirus being something of a worldwide concern, a health and safety issue, a lot is up in the air right now. A lot is in the news. There's a lot of misinformation being spread as well. But a lot is just up in the air as far as festivals and festival season and large gatherings in general across the board, right? There's so much we don't know at this point, and I think that precautionary measures are being taken by certain production companies to ensure the public's safety. So with all that being said, I'm going to talk a little bit about this. I'm going to tell you guys how I'm feeling. The comments are open. I just ask that you guys please be kind to me, to each other. I understand people are frustrated, but I don't want this to be an opportunity to freak people out, to cause hysteria. Yeah, just use kind words, and yeah, comments are open if you guys want to throw your opinions in there and chat about this. So with that official notice, yeah, Ultra is officially postponed until next year, which in my opinion is canceling it for this year, but whatever way you want to look at it. I just watched all of the public safety officials do their news conference about the situation and answer a whole bunch of questions. So the main things that I wrote down, this was postponed obviously as a safety precaution to the residents of Miami. Guys, Ultra is an international festival. People come from over 105 different countries, and at this point, the CDC is recommending that an event with that many people, I don't even know the size of it, but well over 50,000 people coming into the city and gathering in one small space is not in the best interest. Again, we don't know enough about COVID-19. It's very infectious. People have died in the United States, particularly the elderly, and there's a large population of the elderly in Miami. So I know a lot of people, you know, myself included, we're young, we're healthy, our immune systems are better, but if you contract something and then you take it back home and say you spend time with your grandma or your grandpa or something like that and you infect them and they get extremely sick, you know, is it worth that in the end is the big question here on a lot of the officials have decided that no, it is not. So the other thing to note here that they talked about is the load-in time and the time it takes to build Ultra takes about 3 weeks, and obviously we're in that territory right now. I was leaving for Ultra in less than 2 weeks now. They told the city that they would need that much notice, otherwise they're going to be losing way more money if they start the production. So the governor basically said we couldn't guarantee that we weren't going to cancel it the week before, so we had to cancel it now to give them that time and that buffer. Huge financial impact to the city of Miami, the hotel industry, restaurants, like it affects a lot of people involved. So they understand that, and they were saying they obviously understand the impact that this has on Ultra as a company as well. They also mentioned that the CDC was recommending capping events at, I believe it was 25K, and each city had to make their own decision on the smaller events that were happening. And as of right now, he said that Miami Beach is hosting all of their events, and that was up to them as a city to make that decision. So that means that all of Miami Music Week's events are still going on as planned, which, hallelujah. Again, totally up to your personal decision what you guys want to do. I know some people are fully canceling their plans. It's too big of a trip to them. And some people are going to still go to Miami, which is what I am doing. But I'm going to talk about my plans in a minute. I promise this video gets more positive. I swear to you guys. There was also a festival, Calle Ocho Festival was canceled as well. I believe that was taking place in mid-March, which is a huge thing for the residents there as well. I believe it's sort of like their carnival. So yeah, Ultra is not the only event that is being canceled at the time. Like I read in Ultra's statement, ticket holders, we will find out next steps on Monday. Is it a full refund? Is it a partial refund? Is it a refund and we get credit towards next year's event? Is it transferring our tickets to next year's event? Who knows? Tomorrowland Winter was canceled as well. Obviously in Europe, they're having way more issues with it because they are much closer to where the outbreak started. But Tomorrowland Winter was canceled. It said they will have a full refund on 7-day festival tickets. You'll also be able to buy Tomorrowland Winter tickets with 10% off discounts for 2021. And you can also buy Tomorrowland Belgium 21 tickets during a dedicated sales moment, and there's a voucher for people. That's one way to really treat your fans and people who are going to be coming to your festival. So I think that's pretty incredible that they were offering that. So we'll see what Ultra offers. But the last thing I want to say on this announcement is I'm sorry for all involved. I'm sorry for Ultra and the people who planned that, because I can't even imagine how much work and time and energy goes into it, especially because last year they tried doing it at Virginia Key Beach and that wasn't really it, fam. And this year they were bringing it back to Bayfront Park, which was the original home. And yeah, and then there's all the artists that were booked who now they have to figure out how to pay them. I'm not really sure what their contracts were, but yeah, all the artists who were excited about playing, all of the fans, some of you first timers who have never been before and we're gonna get to experience Ultra for the first time, some of you traveling internationally. Like, I'm sorry for everyone involved in this situation. It fucking sucks, period. Like, there's no other way to say it than it fucking sucks. And it's completely out of our control, which is the hardest thing for me because I'm type A and OCD, so things that are out of my control, not a fan. So it's a very humbling experience. That's the best way to say it. There's so much up in the air. This is changing so quickly. You just have to stay informed. Pay attention to the news. Read from trusted sources. So the CDC and things like that, make sure that you're reading their reports on the latest with this. And again, take the precautionary measures, right? And make sure that your safety and your health is of the utmost importance here. Wash your hands for 20 seconds, soap and water, wipe down surfaces. You can use Purell and hand sanitizers. I believe they have to have 60% or more alcohol in them to actually be effective. So just pay attention to those things, especially if you guys are traveling. I'm going on a plane. I'm gonna bring Lysol wipes with me and stuff like that. I'm cleaning my phone regularly. I just feel like you have to live your life and you can't live it through fear. I'm still going to Miami, and let's get into that information now. So I sort of told you guys kind of how I'm feeling about it. Obviously extremely disappointed. Behind the scenes, I was attending with my group of friends that I work with at the Lunchbox, and we had so many things in store. We had a whole content weekend planned. I was gonna film so much for my channel. I was planning meetups. Disappointed is an understatement. I wanted to see all of you guys, and it's just crazy how much stuff yeah, goes into it. And I'm just such a small little, I'm one person, I'm a YouTuber. The Lunchbox team is a small team. We have limited resources. We had videos filmed. So this is such a small thing, but it just shows you like how many things are like being planned around one event, and it can all just like come tumbling down like in an instant, which is crazy. But we are going to make the most of it. We're gonna make the most of it. Again, obviously, like if you're feeling sick or something like that, maybe don't make the trip. Like, let's take care of yourself and other people around you. So just like be aware of what like you are actually feeling, but if you are still moving forward with your plans, like we are attending Miami Music Week. You guys, Miami Music Week is a fucking blast. I have considered going just to Miami Music Week in the past and not doing Ultra, so everyone who's extremely upset about the festival, I'm telling you, go get tickets to these events because they are so much fun. Miami is an awesome city. The weather's gonna be beautiful. You have the beach. You have so many fun restaurants and bars and nightclubs. And if you go to miamimusicweek.com, you will see the list of all of the events happening. Right now, all of them are still happening, so that's great. And there are pool parties, after parties, some of them in warehouses. Like, it's gonna be the best fucking time. And here's the other kicker. In my opinion, I was seeing a couple artists tweeting that they still want to throw events because they're still going to Miami. So who knows? We might get more events popping up. We might have more special back-to-backs. I could easily see some of these artists like jumping onto the events that are already happening and like playing back-to-backs with their friends, and just, I don't know, there's so many possibilities with that. So I'm so excited. I'm going, I arrived super late on Wednesday, so I'll be there basically Thursday through Monday. So we're going to party and have a great fucking time. So I hope to see a lot of you guys there and meet you out at the Miami Music Week events. I want to read my schedule to you guys, and I will be again with the Lunchbox team. So any of my Lunchbox fam, I hope I see you guys there. But my schedule is as follows. Thursday, we bought tickets to the Hell Deep pool party. So I still get to see Oliver Heldens, who is my favorite artist. So you knew that was gonna happen. Autograph is on that lineup. Sid, Firebeats, like that's gonna be sick. And then Thursday night, we bought tickets to see Dead Bites, which once I saw this lineup come out, I was like, I'm 1000% attending that. And that is Zed's Dead back-to-back Jaws, Sudden Death, Habstract back-to-back Holy Goof, Dion Timmer back-to-back Dubloads, Grand Theft back-to-back Gigi McGree, Jessica Audifred back-to-back Sippy, and Blackjack back-to-back Mercy. Like, so much bass, dubstep, bass house, like that is gonna be a fucking vibe. Those back-to-backs are insane, so cannot wait for that. And I get to see Jaws. We're missing the Nightmare back-to-back Jaws set. RIP to all the Ultra sets that were gonna happen, but that's gonna be crazy. Friday, I'm going to the Brownies and Lemonades All-Stars at night. It's Midnight Kids, Purdo, Whipped Cream, Peekaboo, Joyride, Nightmare back-to-back question mark, and then there's another question mark on the lineup. So there's a couple people who haven't been announced yet, and I could easily see more artists slipping into that lineup. Saturday right now, we just have tickets to House of Wax at nighttime. It's in Wynwood. It's Wax Motif. Like, oh my God, he's one of my favorite artists. Great bass house vibes. If you guys are a house head, I would not miss House of Wax. It's gonna be insane. And then Sunday, we bought tickets to Chris Lake's Black Book pool party. I fucking love Chris Lake. Again, more house vibes. This lineup has not been announced yet, which is kind of exciting. So I'm just gonna read some artists that potentially could be on this lineup, because he had at EDC Las Vegas last year at the Stereo Bloom stage, there was a Black Book Records takeover, and some of the artists on that label that have done Black Book releases were Lucati, Yolanda Be Cool, Melee, Walker and Royce, Noizu, Dylan Nathaniel, and then you also have people like Green Velvet, Destructo, Alexis Roberts, and Solardo, who have released songs with Chris Lake. So much potential for good house and tech house artists, so that's gonna be fucking awesome. And then, I don't know, we're gonna just like run around. We might go to South Beach, we might go to the beach. I don't know, it's gonna be a really great time. We're personally staying in Wynwood because that was closer to the festival. So we're a little off the beaten path, but Wynwood I hear is a cool area as well. So if any of you guys have recommendations of like things to do there or restaurants, places I should hit up, please let me know. Okay, lastly, sorry this video is so long. What happens next? The one thing that has sort of been spreading like wildfire is what happens to the other festivals during festival season. You know, like, are other festivals gonna be canceled? So many of you guys have been DMing me. I don't have the answers. I can't tell you if EDC is gonna be canceled. I don't know Pasquale on that level. What I can say is, yes, there's the possibility. At this point, again, we don't know enough about COVID-19. What I do know is there's no sense in panicking. I think people are just starting to freak out. And I'm personally somebody who tries to be positive and tries to look on the bright side. And I just feel like you can't think that way. You just need to go on with your life as normal, take the proper precautions. But until a festival makes a statement about it, I would assume that right now they're on. Buku put out an announcement that they are still having their festival. Okeechobee is currently happening this weekend. So right now it's probably on a case-by-case basis depending on the state the festival is in and what the severity of the virus is at this point in that state. I just don't want people to get too stressed, get too freaked out, and I'm just getting kind of sick of seeing the posts like, oh, EDC is gonna get canceled, blah, 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 like cancel your travel plans now. Like, we don't need any of that. We don't need any of that negative energy right now. Like, stop with those kinds of comments. They're not helping anyone. You're further panicking people, and it's a little ridiculous. I would also hope that this happening so early in festival season gives other festivals enough time to prepare for something like this. Like, what are they gonna do now to ensure that our health and safety is of the utmost importance? You know, what can they do? Can they provide better bathrooms that have soap and water in them? Can they provide hand sanitizing stations? Like, I have no idea. Those are just random ideas I'm throwing out there. I'm not a health professional, but all I'm saying is hopefully this gives other festivals that are happening this summer time to prepare and put like a safety plan in action. So guys, we need to rally together. We need to do this for our festivals that we love so fucking much. This doesn't mean the end of festivals by any means. We gotta get through this together. Please remain hopeful. Again, try not to spread like panic or misinformation to people until you've heard something official from a festival. And again, everybody, take care of your health out there. I really hope to see some of you at Miami Music Week. I promise if you still plan to go, you are going to have a great time. There's a silver lining. The beats are still gonna be there. We're still gonna be dancing our asses off, having a great fucking time, and Miami has a lot to offer. So I do hope that I see some of you guys there. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you sticking with me till the end here. And again, please be kind to each other in the comments. That's all I've got for you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.